Hello. Good evening. How is everyone doing? If I'm always sideways, that is because this is where I can see your comments and I want to know what you guys are saying, but this is where the camera is. So if it's a little bit awkward, um, we'll just deal with it. It's all good. I wanted to come in and say hi. Welcome. I hope you are in the spirits of Lightfall. I am happy to say we're gonna kick started here. I mean, you might have already started. I've seen some people have already started, so I'm also joined by the cats apparently. Um, and I thought, just for a couple, because my plan for today was a bit different, but plans apparently change and they change often. I'm very glad to say that I have finished the old favor pass ambiance video. I don't know if it's really ASMR. It's a bit different than the last one because it has music. Also, apologies if you can hear Logan. We do have some doors, but we obviously cannot close them because of the cats, and they keep like wondering if you can hear him. He is playing D&D in the other room, so I'm hoping that the mic doesn't pick that up. That's the hope. But yeah, and actually very excited for it. It is quite different because it does have music. And I'm nervous because I don't know if you guys will like it, but also quite proud of it. It's a child of love, but it has been just exporting. It's not even on like uploading yet. It's just on my laptop, still exporting since it's not quite 24 hours yet, but I would say it's like at least 20 hours, good 20 hours now. It is currently on 88%. So my hope is that it does export before I go to bed so I can put it on YouTube for YouTube to do its thing overnight. And hopefully I can put that out for you tomorrow, but I am very excited about it. I don't know if the music is going to be annoying if you're reading. It doesn't have any lyrics. I made sure that none of them have any lyrics. But I wanted a little bit of more festive kind of thing. So very excited for you to see that. Hopefully it goes well. Hello, hello. We are gonna be, very chill about this. The whole thing was supposed to be very chill, so that fits. But also, um, it's been a long week, and also today is not the best day headwise. So we're just being gentle and just hanging out. Really, I am in my ho ho oh no sweater, which I'm in love with, and yeah, I had my third injection today, so I'm a bit kind of like and yeah, it was just we're keeping it. I don't want to say mellow, but just kind of chill. I just wanted to say hi. I wanted to chat with you. I wanted to see what's up, and we can maybe do a couple of sprints, and just kind of like symbolically start. I genuinely wish I could physically be at the old favor pass. Like I see it so clearly in my mind. I just want to be there. Hopefully the room is gonna help a little bit with seeing it clearer as well. Yeah, I'm very excited about it, but I was planning on releasing it for today, and clearly the universe was like, no. And it's also 2 hours instead of 3 hours because I started exporting the 3 hours, and after like 2 hours, it was still on 0%. So I thought that's just clearly not feasible. But you can just restart the video if needs be. Ba-bum. Happy Friday indeed. Very happy that it is. Thank you. Oh, you already finished your first book? Nice. That is very impressive. A cold shop. So, what was that? Oh, why can't I remember? But I do have the sheet right here, so that's fine. A science fiction, of course. Nice. Reading The Princess of Pop for the Contemporary. Nice. Smashing it already. Going to read The Plain Bad Heroines. Good luck. Afternoon to you. Oh, I'm glad. I always get a little bit like nervous about these, but I'm fairly confident in it. I'm just praying that everything in the file is okay. Because if I need to edit it and re-export, well, that's another like 2 days of straight up exporting. And I can't even use that laptop properly because it's just all of its energy, I guess. All of the memory is going into exporting. Sprons. Welcome to the Sprons. Thank you. Welcome to my living room. These are obviously the bookshelves. This bit here is where I film normally. There on the sofa. So it's a little bit of a different angle from what you're used to, but it's the same room. Hello. Wow. I don't actually feel, but just in general. No, I don't feel behind. Because I almost said I feel behind now, but I don't because this is chill. How many times do I say this? It's chill, but well done. Yeah, but we knew. We knew. So I need to put my phone on somewhere so it doesn't buzz in your ear. Okay. Hello. That's totally fair. Thank you for stopping by to say hello. Good, because that is what we're doing. I don't know how many sprints we're gonna be here for. At least one. I know that. So we can at least, start. I have a couple of options. Well, obviously, if you've seen my TBR, you know this already, but these are my options. First, I have the Psychology of Time Travel, which is this. This is the biggest one out of the three. And I might begin with that. Then we have Follow Me to Ground, which I will most likely read last because this is the one I'm least confident in. I keep hearing that it's, super weird. And some people say it's in a good way. Some people say that it's just super weird. And it really can go either way with me with super weird books because it really depends on the writing style and if there's any logic behind the weirdness, if there's any, for me, reason behind that. So I'm gonna keep this until last because I don't want to start slumping right off the bat. So we're gonna go to, is this, which one was this? Oh, I think Shank and Shawl is for both of them because this is the other one for Shank and Shawl. So What Moves the Dead. So I don't know whether to start with this or with this, but I already have an audiobook for this on Script. So I think I might go for that. It is the biggest one. So maybe not the smartest, but we don't necessarily have to be smart. So I can then, start by visiting. What was this for? Wow, I should really know. Occult Premonitions, wasn't it? Yeah. So I'm gonna go to Occult Premonitions first. Get my fortune told, maybe stock up on some things, and then go into the shady part. I'm sorry, totally legit, absolutely not shady. You didn't hear it from me, or there might be consequences for this blasphemy on my end. Hello, welcome. Good. We are, it's all chill. The semester has ended and now we're just vibing. As I said, we're ending the year softly. We're not going in for anything crazy unless you want to, and that's your version of things, and that's totally fine, but the vibe is chill. I actually wanted to put like some music on the background, but the file was too big to upload in here because it can't play it. So it's a bit sad, but it's fine. And it would actually be one of the songs that's in the video, so it would have been a little Easter egg. Not that anyone cares, but I think it's fun. So tomorrow, hopefully. I mean, I don't know for sure how long YouTube is gonna be, holding that hostage. Hopefully not too long. Thank you. I think it does make us like somewhat of a difference. It's very hard to tell. The first month was better. The second month was not so much. And but here's hoping. Sometimes they say it takes a little bit for all of the doses to kind of build upon one another. So my trial is 6 months. Shouldn't normally take that long, but because it fell on like my third month fell on the holidays, like everyone's off. So we still have some time, but I would like it to either work or not, and so then I can move to something else. Good. That is what we're here to do. Happy Lightfall! Woo! So excited. Maybe I can send another song to hear. The kind of main one, but I don't know if it's anyway. Working this weekend. Oh, retail before Christmas. I feel for you. I hope that it goes smoothly and not too hectically. But my thoughts are with you. Tis the season. Tis the season. I'm sure staff and the old favorite pass. Actually, they're probably like thriving because this is their time to shine. Not me thinking you're meaning reading 1,500 books. 1,500 miles to the sun for the contemporary prompt. Sounds more reasonable than what I thought you meant. The Raven Boys, nice. I feel like the Raven Boys has very good readathon vibes. It's kind of like easy to read, but it's also very dreamy. Dead Voices, nice. Some for the Crown Chair. Oh, is there a new one? Did not know. Or maybe I knew. I kind of remember the cover actually. So I'm just talking nonsense. Nature Witches, nice. Going to finish How to Excavate a Heart. Love the museum description in it. Nice. 12 Dates of Christmas. It's so cute so far. Great. I'm excited to hear at some point. I think I will ask. I know we're not tracking anything this time around, which is I also think is fine because we don't really need to. It's fun during the main courses as if this is or William is just a meal and time is the weird soup. Anyway, it makes sense because it's it's a longer one. It's a whole month and it's good for motivation. It's nice to see if we beat our previous record, but for this one it's just fine. It's fine. We don't need to. We can track individually if we want to. But I will be asking later on what was the best book everyone has read whilst at the old favor pass, because I like to snoop for that. I'm at work, haven't started reading. Well, that makes sense. I didn't start reading yet either, and I had to, wait until my workday was done. Getting out a bunch of worksheets and various things to be laminated for a class full of kindergartens. Ooh, persevere. I am very behind in life as well. I'm way less behind with the old favor pass, but in life, very, very behind. Not in a very haha funny way. Hang out in the Rich Pigeon Pub today. Go you. That is a very good place to start. It's getting in the festive. It's resting before going to do the shopping or just staying there. It's a very good pub. It's definitely cozy there. Unlike most of the homes currently, if you're not in the warm hemisphere. It do be freezing. Working but going to use them to get my work done. Nice. Reading The Visitor, Christmas horror novella. That sounds fun. Mood readers so rarely participate in readathons, but this time the prompts are so broad that it's easy to pick something. I was hoping it would be because also I know people sometimes have plans or what they want to wrap up at the end of the year, and it just makes sense um, to make it a broader in case people already had their TBR set or wanted to like finish off the year in a particular way and didn't get to the books and they want to get to those books. So I really wanted to make it kind of broad. And also, if you are a mood reader and it's fun to like maybe just roll a die and see which prompt you get, because I like to do that. But obviously, I wanted to pre-film the video, so I kind of needed to decide what I'm doing. But if I somehow finish these books a bit earlier and I still have time, the thing I will do is roll and then we'll see where I land, because that was fun. I did not end up with the books that I thought I would, but that's also okay. um I have a question. Oh, I'm so behind on comments. I thought I was almost at the bottom, but I was wrong. I'm sorry. The bar looked misleading. I feel misled. I do have a question, and the question is, do you guys want me to vlog my week, I guess, the readathon, or are we okay without vlogs? No wrong answer. Whichever. If you would like to see that, or if you're not into vlogs, let me know. But we can set up for the first one. I think I am going to be working on some bookmarks whilst I listen to an audiobook, because I'm tired. It's been a long week, but also because, well, I need to work on the bookmarks and it's really dark. It doesn't look as dark, but most of the light here is just from the screen on my face. So I feel like I would really strain my eyes trying to read. So I know it would probably be, a bit more atmospheric if I sat here holding a book, but it's fine. We can just, I will be reading. It's just not going to be visible, which we'll just be okay with. Um, I will go through your answers to see what's the general vibe, but let me set up present. The Pomodoro Kitten. Is that too small? I wish I could zoom in. I can zoom in on my laptop, but I can't really zoom in here. Or can I? I have not used Windows in a very long time. I feel like there must have been some sort of like, is it maybe like a Control Plus or something? My genius! Did that actually do it for you guys as well? Genius. Very proud of that move just now. Anyway, so we're gonna start with the 40-minute one. If we do the second one, I guess we'll decide if it's 40 or 45. Normally my sprints are 45, but we are starting it, chill. So I'm gonna start the timer and I will see you guys in 40 minutes, and you can always just like look at the screen and see how far we are from chatty bit. I will try not to be too chatty, but when people go onto my sprints, they normally know what they sign up for, and what they sign up for is just a bunch of nonsense from my mouth, and I just don't stop talking like just now. So okay, let's let's actually begin. All right. Good luck, have fun, and happy Lightfall. feel like I probably should have mentioned there will be a meow when the timer runs. Hello and welcome. How did everyone do? 1 second, I just have one more tassel to put on this badge. Oh, just got into a really good part of Voyager. Nice. I am on chapter 3. I just started chapter 3. This book is about time travel, but it's also generational. So we have pioneers, a team of women who basically invented time travel, and one of them has a little bit of an episode, what they described later as a manic depression, I think they said, but we obviously don't know that that's what it was. And she kind of gets shunned away from the team, and then the next chapter was her granddaughter sitting with her in the later years, and then the third chapter, so maybe I'm on the fourth chapter. Wait, what's happening? It says chapter 4, but I'm pretty sure it says chapter 3 at the very beginning. Let me check. Oh, I just started chapter 4. Okay, so I'm 27 pages in, not very far. And yeah, another chapter was a completely separate person, I think. And then the fourth chapter is going to be another team member of the pioneers who invented it. So it's going to be a lot of time gems in the POVs as well, which is interesting. It's going to be interesting. So far, I don't know what I think exactly, but it's going. We are reading. We have started. Amazing. I am sorry. I know it's really funny because I feel like so many of us have cats and they always react to that. I know. The first time I heard it, I was so confused because I also thought it was my cat, but I got like a fright because it's very much different from my cat sounds. So that was quite funny. 60%. Nice. Went from 2 to 10. Amazing. Truly devious. So I hope it's fun. But that's good though. That's the one good coma. That if you're having a coma, that's the one you want. Amazing. Went back to the beginning to watch the sprints, so only listened to Insomnia for a few minutes. Well, there's always the next one, and I'm hopefully not gonna keep you too long. Actually, let me just stop that bit. I think the break was put into a bit too short. Giving up on work and reading for the next sprint is, if there is one, there is. We are definitely going to do at least one more. I have asked Logan in the other room, because that's where the laptop is plugged in, working still, how far along the export is. And as of now, we are on 91%. So it's going slowly, very, very slowly, extra slowly, but it's okay. As long as I would really love it for it to be done by the time I go to bed, but I actually don't know if it will be. Not quite sure. It takes a very long time for it to get each percentage up. Of course. Well, this is to export, and then I'll have to put it on YouTube. So that's gonna go overnight as well. So oh, nicely done. Sick currently, and I wasn't sure how much I would be able to read today, but oddly enough, these sprints have been really helping me. I'm feeling better. Oh, I'm glad. Speaking of feelings, also excuse the chair, it does squeak. But speaking of feelings, I'm about to get a little bit sloppy, so I apologize, and you just bear with me. But I just wanted to be a softie for a second and just thank you guys for sticking with the readathon. I know we obviously had a very different version of it before, and it was filled with nostalgia and a world we were extremely familiar with and loved growing up, and it had a meaning that I just cannot replicate. I honestly can't, and it's not a feat that I even attempt at doing. Um, and when I had to say goodbye to that version of things, obviously it was sad, but I do not regret it. And of course, there's people who, that was the end of our kind of story, I guess. And that is totally okay and valid. And obviously, if you are here, then you have stuck around, waited for me to come up with something that I had no idea what is going to be going in. It was both overwhelming, super exciting, um, a real journey. It's been weird. Whenever I dabbled in writing in my past, I always would start with world building, which is so funny because when I read, actually, one of the least favorite parts for me is the world building. But when I come up with it, and obviously this is not a writing project, but when I did come up with some writing projects, it was always the world building that I was the most excited about. So having to build a world for you without having to actually write things so far per se, like properly, um, has been a very interesting, daunting, but very sweet experience. And the fact that you waited, supported, were excited for this and to see what I come up with without knowing what's gonna happen. And the fact that at least some of you actually enjoyed what I came up with was honestly very unexpected. I just did not know what to expect, and it was how do I even express this properly? It was just very grounding, but it was also very emotional in the best way. Like I felt like I have people who actually understood me because there was always a risk of me posting that and then having people be like, lol, what the fuck? What are you doing? This is a nerd. Or, saying that it sucks, or saying that this and this is bad, or it doesn't make sense, or it's too convoluted. But you guys were patient and you guys were excited and supportive. And honestly, it meant so much that you first decided to stay, had faith in, you know, me coming up with something that again was not gonna have anything close to maybe the meaning that we had in the previous one, but it was something new that I got to build because I knew there is an audience, no matter how big, waiting, or no matter what a fraction of the previous audience waiting for this to be a thing, and rooting for it to be a thing. And I know this obviously also sounds like very deep and it's just a readathon, like I understand that. But it's a readathon that has been a very massive part of my life. I feel like I started that in general, what was it, like 2019, 2018, 17? I don't actually even know, but I've started that many years ago, and it's always been a big part of my creative self. And for you guys to allow me to have this space to create something from scratch, and be patient with me coming out with this, and be patient when I try to explain my ideas and what it is. And obviously you are tuning in here and talking with me, and it just means a lot. It's very humbling. I feel like there's not many things that like make me kind of tear up from gratitude, but this does. And I'm really trying now not to cry on camera because it's a bit embarrassing to do that on a live stream. But it's like on a verge, you know? So, I just really appreciate you being here and having faith, and just, it just means a lot to me, and even I know this is just a readathon, but it means a lot to me, and I just wanted to tell you that because you mean a lot to me. If you're tuning in here instead of doing something else on a Friday night as well, like, that's extremely, like, it's really humbling that you would choose to spend your time with me and watch my videos and, play in this world, I created, but really we created. There was a lot of input from you guys that went into this and continues to go into this and will continue to go into this as long as I do this, and, it would just not be anything without you, so just wanted to say thank you, and, that you mean a lot to me, so there's that. But on this, soppy moment, then we can get into our second sprint. And yeah, let's just do that before I speak more and then start crying. All right. And again, I know this is all like, it's just a readathon. It's not that deep, but it is sometimes deep to me. The readathon had a very much bigger meaning in my journey here on the internet. Like, it was one of the bigger reasons why my channel reached people that some of you probably have found me through those. And it made me, for the first time in my life, feel like part of the community that I could be really myself in. I was in some communities before and I did feel part of them before, but it was mainly to do with dancing and I couldn't do dancing anymore. So it was just very meaningful. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to convey, I guess. Maybe there's a reason why I don't get to write things. Maybe I will though. Someday maybe I will. And I don't know if you guys would like to see something written on for like in this world. But anyway, now I'm just talking and we should read instead. Um so let's start, and I'll read through your messages whilst we do that too. Hello, welcome back. How many of you got scared of the cat again? Thank you for all the lovely messages. I read them when the sprint started, when I was like sideways. That's because again the comments are here, so I was just like on the side. But thank you. There were some that were really. We don't need to get into that again. it's all good. But I was just wondering if you guys have any questions about the readathon or unrelated to the readathon, about the channel, about anything unrelated in general. If you have anything, basically a Q&A. If you have any questions that you want an answer to, I'm happy to just casually chat in this one. I just checked. I was a little bit distracted by a couple of things, so I didn't get as much read, but I think I'm currently on page 43 or something, so around here, and it's going well. I'm still a little bit confused about who is who, but it's fine. I'm also not like paying the most attention today, but I'm following enough, and it's a good sign. But oh, nice. See, mine are not arrived yet for the ones that I have sorted, which, some I haven't yet. Just another topic entirely. Not per se, but there are a couple of things, mainly the animal stuff, like this hoodie thing. Well, there's other things as well, and the rich pigeon thing. On RedBubble, on my RedBubble, which is like the Moonlight library. Maybe some good Samaritan is gonna link it in the chat. But if not, then the shop I think is actually linked under the video. But it's just the logo of like it's purely selfishly because I wanted this is gonna be my new seasonal hoodie, and I'm just living in it now. I'm very happy. DNF the book and then started Babel. Well, I'm happy that you knew what you like and you know what you didn't, so that's all good. Finished your book. Amazing. Well done. Let's start a second one. If I haven't done anything for the readathon ever, is it possible to play catch up? It very much is. You can just jump in here, create a character. There is, if you watch the very first video, I think I go a little bit over creating a character, but there is the sheet linked in the G drive where you have like the story of Eldia, which is the world that Aurelium is set in, and as well as what type of people they have, and that's pretty much it, right? Oh yeah, and then you can read the story of the novice path. You don't have to do it. We did that just because it was like an introductory thing. And you can then sort yourself in a guild, and you can just start your semester stuff next year, and you can just join this now. So you can create a character. If you ever play D&D or any other game, really just create a character and join. So it's very much possible, and you don't have to catch up on the semesters because they're going to be happening every year, or at least next year. So there's that. Yes, I think so. We can group it there. So if it's not like specified, Sorry if you can hear the road outside. Good. If it's a DNF, it's a DNF, Have you planned how many semesters the readathon will have, or just going with the flow? Well, every year we have 2 semesters, and that just has been like a given kind of pattern since the very beginning of the readathon. So every year there's 2, and that's a year. If you mean how many years, I haven't. So I guess we'll do it until we either have to stop or want to stop. Oh, I'm sorry you're not enjoying the book, but maybe DNF like the other ones did. Um, Very important question. What is the sweetest and most endearing thing your cats have done lately? Our cats don't really do sweet and endearing things, to be honest. But my cat, Zeus, they're obviously both my cats, but they just have favorite humans. I'm definitely a spare to Momo, and Logan is somewhat a spare to Zeus. So my cat, Zeus, has been like extra cuddly because Momo is a Velcro kitty, so he is always on Logan's lap, on like just with Logan. And Zeus is normally like near me, but not always on me. But he has been very cuddly recently. Although I do think it's most likely because it's colder and like I am warmth. Works both ways, so it's fine. So it is extra cute. Although every time he does that, I'm just like, why? Am I okay? And is there something wrong? um, um, oh, nice. I was always so skeptical, but I think it's because most of my sensory issues with my migraines is actually sounds. It's not light for me. I mean, I'm still a bit sensitive with light, but I don't think as much as maybe some others. So that's good to know. I will consider. Thank you. Oh yeah, it's under Burning Fiction, but that's because it doesn't let me change the name. That used to be my name for candles many years ago. 70% now. Nice. That's a lot. Oh, I miss journaling. That's so therapeutic. Will there be any guild trivia during Lightfall or just chilling with good vibes? Just chilling. I don't think I'm gonna do any trivia during Lightfall, but the trivia will be back in the spring equinox for sure. Didn't read and just looked at Etsy, and that's fine. That just means that you were chilling at the Rich Pigeon Pub. That's the beauty of Rich Pigeon Pub, I think. I'll be starting a new book. I have not got a clue what yet, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, you will. And if you need anyone to vote, you can just let us know in the chat what your options are. My cat suddenly gets really cuddly. I always fear will Tyson. Yes, same. It's because of all of those videos online when they're like, "Oh, my cat actually detected my tumor before my doctors did," and then I just can't unhear it. And every time Zeus is like extra cuddly, I'm like, "Why though?" um, how long we're going for? We're just about to go on a walk. I'm gonna do another one, and then I don't know if I'll do another one after that. Not quite sure. So this might be the last one. Not sure. Also, update on the percentage as well for the export. We are currently on 94. So maybe it's likely I can still, I don't know. Keep saying that, but I don't know if I will be able to wait until it's done. Yes, there is Aurelium stuff as well. It's just two new things for this, but Aurelium stuff is there from like last time. Nice. Nice. Maybe I should restart it. I don't know if I have the time, but I want to finish the bad book and start writing a review. Oh, I hope you'll have fun with the review. But it's a shame that the book was not that good. I don't know. I don't know. It would have to be something that I wouldn't have to physically ship just for like limitations with like health and everything else that I ship out. I will have, or I do hope to have more bookmarks that I do obviously ship myself. Um, the guidebook is difficult because I never know what else I'm gonna be adding onto it. So I feel like if I would sell like a physical copy, it wouldn't be complete if I add anything else on it. And I don't know if that's then annoying. And obviously it's free for everyone to print out. So I don't know. It would be lovely though to have like a little binder. But don't have any plans just yet. It would also have to be some sort of like click to print somewhere. listening to an audiobook, and me folding a massive pile of laundry. Nice. Laundry is honestly prime time for audiobooks. I've literally been living the other hoodie I was wearing, wanna say yesterday, was literally the Aurelium hoodie. I just live in live in my own fantasy, but whenever there's a readathon time as well, then I have like a proper excuse to do it, so it's less obnoxious than just wearing my own merch. But what can I say? I just like it. Um, Having trouble focusing. That's fair. It's Friday. Maybe head over to Rich Pigeon Pub, put something on YouTube or Netflix or something. Thank you. Um, no, because they don't do bookmarks on Redbubble. But the way that Redbubble works is that I upload the design, and then they have like a library of available products, and these products then get made in specific countries depending on where you live. Like they're not even made in the same place for everyone, but they don't do bookmarks. Probably because it's not very profitable for them, to be honest. But unfortunately, no. And I probably wouldn't still because I'm very, very particular about how my bookmarks look and feel. Um, but I'm sorry. Um, I also cannot ship to every country as well with Etsy, so I do know, and it sucks, and it really is like I'm sorry about that. And I know it sucks missing out as well. And even if you wouldn't want a certain bookmark because you cannot have it, you then want it more. Like I'm very familiar with the stupid reaction because I get it all the time. So I do apologize for that, but it's not an option on that front. Yeah, that's a good shout. Do you have snow where you are? Because I feel like that's so cute when the dogs also play in the snow. Um, I would like to. I don't know if I think I'm kind of have my hands full with my projects currently, but if I ever suddenly have a bit more capacity for things, read health, I would love to give it a go. Would I be good at it? Probably not, because I don't think I had, I'm not practiced in it, and I feel like you kind of have to be. Like writing is a skill, and I don't think I have harness that skill very much, but um, maybe I would surprise myself. Who knows? Who knows? But it would be fun. I think it would be fun to mess around with it. It's very daunting though. Kudos to everyone who writes because I feel like that's very impressive. Like I'm very impressed with people who write. um, good. I'm glad. Headed to bed. Good night. Have a wonderful weekend if we don't speak until then. Oh, that is fair. That is fair. Um, yeah, I got headphones and stuff. I cannot really do earplugs. I have this thing where my ears are not also like sensory kind of sensitive to stuff, but also physically. So even headphones and earphones I can have for a very long time. And when I say very long time, it's not actually that long, before it starts to genuinely hurt. And I absolutely cannot have earplugs because they just um, hurt my ears. I have very sensitive ears, which is weird. But it's always funny because even when it's windy outside and it's like slightly, it doesn't even have to be cold actually, even if it's just windy. And if I go outside for 15 minutes, my ears will hurt for like half an hour after with like sharp pain. My ears are just funny. um, it does go into I don't normally leave it on. I put it in batches, so I put a batch and it sells out and then I close it. Well, not close the shop, it's just empty. But I don't leave things there because I have to kind of manage when I send stuff out. So the next restock of those is probably gonna be March. So hopefully in time for April. Maybe it'll be a bit earlier, maybe February. Some reason I love an Aurelium coloring book. Oh yeah. Yeah, that would be actually fun. Big project, but it would be fun. Keeping my same character for a couple of years. So for next year, would I pick the same career, or would you suggest changing? And I suppose it's whatever I want to. Yeah, it really is whatever you want to. Because on the character sheet, if you go and look there, there are levels. So there's novice. Oh no, I'm failing the test. So I know the last one is master, and then there's four, because there's 4 years to each career. So you can either swap and start. So I am in the Rift Architect, and if I continue on Rift Architect next year, then I would be in my second year, whatever that is, like adept or something. I can't remember, because we're currently on the novice. So it's basically like a bachelor's degree, right? And you have years within that. Um, if you want to restart into a different career, you'll just start over. So you're not gonna reach. So, but it means nothing. So whatever is more fun for you, whether to like to become a master in a career, or would you like to become, like past the novice level on multiple ones, it's totally up to you and what you think your character would do as well. Um, nice. Oh, it's so beautiful. I sent my mother a picture of snow we had recently, and it's pathetic amount. It didn't even cover the whole like ground. It just snowed for maybe an hour, and that was it. And then I sent her and I was like, snow, because I love snow. I am very much a snow person. And then she just kind of like straight up mocked me, and then sent a photo of like proper snow, and I'm just very jealous of her. 10-inch of snow last night, and my dog with like 4-inch legs, he's jumping in the snow. Like, oh, that's adorable. I can see that in my eyes mind. Mind's eye, eyes mind. Weird. Um, I don't actually quite translate what that means in my head, because I do be doing Celsius. That is very much not. Is that cold? Or is it? I mean, it's Florida, so probably not very cold, right? Um, maybe, maybe. But then, like, I even get like I have my headphones are supposed to be extremely comfortable, and I still get like pain from using that even. I think I also just need to train myself for like longer and longer periods. Oh, so I'm not the only one. Yeah, yeah, I got some of those as well. Um, it does take a while to ship. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like maybe February, I will try and aim for that. But that's gonna be so quick. I do suck sometimes at planning ahead. The way I work is very much like everything last minute, which is not ideal. I know that. I know that. I feel like I'm one of those people who will brew something in their minds, and then will do it when I have to do it, and I'll do it like hopefully well, but I have to have the deadline looming over me to get productive. Um, Ears are sensitive too, prone to sweat itch infection too. Ah, mine are not for that, but they're just very sensitive. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Hello, hello. Oh, not the slush. It's too early for slush. That's a spring thing. Um, I want it so bad as well. I see all those photos from either other European parts or just places with snow, and it's just filled with jealousy. um, some I don't know what the anxiety is, but something anxiety. Um, Wanted to join by a band, so I forced myself in the room constantly surrounded by loud noises, so to break it. Did it work? Oh, good night. Sleep well. Love the snow. Then again, I don't go anywhere, so it isn't a problem for me. That is fair. Warm. Okay, fair. It's not very Christmassy, is it? That's okay. That's what we're gonna have the room for. The ASMR room. To pretend that we have that much snow if we don't. If you do, then good for you, man. Good for you. Um, Yeah, I'm hoping to at some point do the career ones. That probably not gonna happen for February because again, that's so close and there's many careers. I've not decided yet. I honestly like I was focusing on this one and there was a lot to do for this one. So because I like to say like, oh, it's chill and it's low key, but prep wise, it was still quite a lot to do. But I do eventually want to, like same as we did for like classes. So maybe not careers, but classes is the idea. But we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, let's do that last sprint, and then that will bring me to like 10:30 or something. 10:20. Okay, let's start this and good luck. See you soon. Sorry, I'm interrupting our sprint just to say that I've gone and checked the laptop, and the last couple of percentages, I guess, must have been easy or like done before. I don't know. But anyway, the video was exported, so I just put it to upload on YouTube. So unless YouTube does me very dirty, it just takes longer than I think it would. I mean, I know it's gonna take a while to process. Um, I'm feeling very confident it's gonna be good to go tomorrow. That's the update. Okay, back to reading. Hello, and also good night to everyone who's left during this sprint. Where am I? I'm at towards the end of chapter 10, which is page 70, which, not bad for, the first evening of the readathon. I'm pretty happy with that. And I probably will continue. I will, however, wrap this up and move to the sofa, stretch my back, and continue crocheting, I think, while I listen, because I have, that's the only thing I have enough focused, like, brains leaking. But finished Saga Volume 2, nice. Now done 2 trips to Occult Premonitions and 1 trip to Smiths and Friends. That is a very good start. You have gonna have a lot of steps on your step counter there. Walk the dog and listen to 10% of the audiobook for House of Salt and Sorrows. I've heard so many good things about that. Sorry. I know, it just never gets old, that meow. I finished 2 short stories and until novella next. Nice. You're reading Dark Matter. Yay. Hope you're enjoying. I should reread that at some point. I feel like it's time, next year. 110 pages into Dead Voices, and I'm really enjoying it. Good, good. Some better reporting than last time when we had a lot of people DNFing things, which I still stand by. You people should DNF things because you shouldn't be reading what you don't want to read. But I'm still happy to hear that you guys are enjoying your current reads. 39 pages, 46, nicely done. Walked home from work, went on walkies with Kaylee, and listened to The Two Towers. Strong. Thank you for joining. Finished writing a short story in The Rich Pigeon. Amazing. Being quite productive for a Rich Pigeon, though. If you guys were actually visiting it as yourself, not as a character, what shop would you be most excited to go to from those? I'm genuinely intrigued. I wonder if Twitter polls have enough options for me to put a poll, because I would love to know. Oh, well done. Well done. Now we can relax a bit. 20 pages left to finish my first book. Super excited. I'm also really enjoying the bullet that misses. Oh, nice. Good night. Finished a big portion of all my work during these sprints. Nice, amazing. Finished my little page of my reading journal. Oh, it's so nice when it's all set up as well. Thank you. Close to finishing Big Little Lies, another 26%. Nice. 100 stitches and 2,000 steps. I have to walk slow and stitch slow when doing both at once. You can walk and stitch at the same time? That is very impressive. Oh, nice. 120 pages. Well done. Me wondering if the audiobook I have of the book is the unedited version. So many confusing side plots. Oh, what book is that? When I will finish the book that I was reading for ages, these prints came at the right time. I am glad to help. Thank you for also keeping me company. Reached 50 pages, 170 pages of nature interests, and I hate every single character. No! Oh, that's unfortunate. Gonna read for an hour more and finish this book. It is getting super weird, but fun weird. Okay, good. Animals would be your choice. That's fair. That's fair. I think that would be a really fun, really odd place as well. The bookstore. Bookshop. I'm assuming that's the bookstore as well. Yeah. Didn't read anything, but I did put my clothes away and did an errand. Still very productive. Books. I don't know why I even asked. All of them were probably the bookstore, Rich Pigeon Pub, and bookstore. Wanimals, can assist animals, and also the library, and the Rich Pigeon Pub. Little Iltyrian would love the bookshop, but definitely would love Wallace's Winter of Animals. Testing me there. for all the animals, bookshop and Wanimals. That's fun. I had no idea if Wanimals is gonna be a hit or not because obviously it's stupid. But I love stupid, so I'm happy that this resonated. Prose bookshop for books. I want to read Shank and Shaw, but my character wants occultist, so that's what I went with. I am happy that you stuck with your character stuff though. That's good. Mhm. Interesting. Animals seems to be a very popular. Oh, hey, look, we have Smiths and Friends. Interesting. They are the most boring description-wise, but shop-wise, I think they actually would have something like a little bit of everything, which for us visiting would actually be really fun. We do. I really enjoyed making the video and the whole readathon of this mini one because I feel like it's definitely the most humorous of the ones that I've done, and I mean I like that. So, you know. Uh, what else? Oh. Be starting at Shaw and Shank. Nice. Of love. Of life. Love it. Um, but yeah. It's on this occasion, I'd say it's up to you. With the regular ones, they only don't if they only do if you have that perk from your guild rankings and like guild points, technically. But for this one, I'm gonna just say do whatever. Shrek is life. I was about to say get out of my swamp there, but I couldn't find the way to make it work for animals. But we do love Shrek here. It's no Shrek slander. Thank you. I'm very happy that you do. It would be, there would be. There would be. It would be a little bit of everything. The most informative, other than obviously the bookstore, I guess, but it's more it's the bookstore but for practical things, I guess. Love the Rich Pigeon because now I don't feel bad about only reading 5 pages all sprints. That's Rich Pigeon can even be 0, you know. Rich Pigeon is made for 0, so you shouldn't feel bad at all. But yes, thank you so much for keeping me company and kickstarting these with me. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of the day or night, depending. And I will see you soon on either Twitter, Discord, another set of sprints. I don't know if I'll do some on Sunday or if not, then during the week at some point. And happy reading. I hope that it goes well. And I can't wait to just chill with you.